Hey Evil, how are you? Thank you for joining. How are you doing today? Oh, I understand your feeling right now. Um, it feels like, you're moving to a different household, so I can only imagine that it's a lot of work. So good thing that you have the time to unwind, be able to relax a bit. But yeah, congratulations. It seems like you're starting college. Are you excited? Ah, are you... I'm hoping you're not driving to and from college. 5 hours is a lot of driving. So I assume you're going into a dorm or something? Ah, cool. Personally, I think it's a good experience to be away from your family and be able to manage your stuff on your own. You get to learn some amazing stuff that you don't think that you would be able to learn. That's at least what I think may happen. And of course, being in college, you get to experience a lot of stuff. So I I just hope that you enjoy. You enjoy the experience because it's gonna be worthwhile, in my opinion. Hello, Gamer Pal. How are you? Tank. What? Which tank? That's good. Um. Oh, Victoria. Yeah. Ah. Ah, yeah. I had to use the forbidden arts to be able to get Victoria. Yeah. So I bought the three $12 pack, and then I used everything. Yes, the most powerful card of them all. uh, but yeah. Uh, I honestly wanted Victoria. Like I told myself, hey, just get Victoria in and out. It should be quick. Sure enough, Victoria was the last one to show up. And the very first one who showed up was, unfortunately, not my first choice. Onyx. Hey Tepwin, how are you? It's been a while. Hope you're doing well, and I assume you have your tea with you. One multi and got raw. Wow, that's cool, pal. Honestly, initially my plan was okay, do 20 singles. Whoever's the first SS, just cash in, cash out. But I got greedy. So I think on the third multi, I got Onyx. Well, no. On the second multi, I got Nora. And then on the third multi, the total singles, I got Onyx. And then I'm like, okay, let's just do one multi and done. And then I accidentally exchange all of my jewels that I have been saving in my present box. So I used them. I got Rabbit, and then I'm like, okay, I really want Victoria. I'm already too deep, so might as well. Yeah. So 12 multis total and 2 singles extra. I completed the banner. uh Honestly, I'm just laughing, but I'm not proud of what I did. Let's put it that way. Yeah, Evil. Might better to save right now. I'm pulling mainly for content if I can showcase some characters, you know. Um, I would say because if you try to strip down both of what what Victoria can do, so the farming aspect of it, there would be a SaGa Soul banner that actually separates what Victoria can do. So there's this SaGa Soul character named Creamhealed. So she is part of the Amazoness character. John, Jeanne, the one with the red skirt in the platinum S character with the spear. So she's gonna have an SS style named Creamhealed, and then that's the best Pierce farmer that you can ever have, even in JP standards. She's still being used today. And then the good part about that is that banner, it comes with Creamhealed and Mask Dad. So the other aspect of Victoria being a tank, Mask Dad is the top up there, as you saw with how I dealt with Egg. So, and then the third character in that banner is Socho. So Socho is more on a kamikaze kind of character. So just kamikaze, buff everyone, and then everyone would be able to take down the whatever the boss battle is easy. Yeah, Socho looks really cool. That's a plus in that. He looks like Gen for some reason. But yeah, that's my take on that Evil. If you're low on jewels, and of course if you're not planning to spend jewels, I would say save your jewels. The SaGa Soul banner would have better characters to offer, but it would be more specific as what SaGa Soul characters are normally designed with. Like they're more specific into certain aspect, like a one-shot kind of thing. So Creamhealed is the Pierce Farmer, and Mask Dad is the best of the best tank cover you would have. Yeah, me too, Tepwen. I would love to have that banner everything. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm so happy. I got rock bouquet, and then they decided to have a double element staff for her that with a really good bonus. I was surprised that they even did that. See, I don't have a staff for rock bouquet. Yeah, I don't have a staff. Yeah, this one for now. Yeah, the sad part with rock bouquet, if only they decided for rock bouquet to have high protect tension as well, that would have sealed the deal that she would be pretty good, especially if you have most of the styles. Like say the global exclusive one, you can have her do Cycle Boom, you know? Because she has like a chance BP plus 2 and then guaranteed BP plus 1, that she would be a BP machine and be able to spam Tri-Flower if anything, if you're lucky, you know? But yeah, she missed the bus, so I mean, it's not all bad about it. She still does pretty good damage, and um, I think she's still great as she is. It's just that she doesn't stand out as much as the other characters, you know. Like if you compare that with, say, Banquet Leon. So Banquet Leon kind of stands out because he's more focused in farming. Rock Bouquet, because of Inherit, it allows her to do a lot of stuff. So that kind of spreads her too thin that she doesn't stand out with what she can really do good with. Oh yeah, Evil, I read that in one of the videos from Sure. I'm sorry that's the outcome of your draw. And then I heard that you pitied Doll, right? I just hope she's worth it. In my opinion, she is worth it, and for as far as being a single target damager. But yeah, there's always something good with a character. It's a matter of whether your box needs it, or needs that little facelift with what the character can do. That's always what's up for debate with whether a character or a banner is good or not. But yes, I don't think it's worth it to pull here. I know, excuse me. Personally, I honestly love Victoria, mainly because I had experience with her in JP, and that because in JP, as you know, I don't have much jewels. Whatever the game gives me, I immediately use it. So really, I have a hodgepodge of whatever characters I pull, and she kind of pulled the weight for me, in terms of having a whatchamacallit, a spear character in Remembrance Battle or even in some of the hard battles. So that's why I kind of have a soft spot for her in a way, just like how I had a soft spot for Creator, even though in Global I haven't really used him as much. So yeah, that's my take on that. I mean, the removal from Victoria with not having the whatchamacallit, not having the row attack is just okay. I mean, it's not like you're gonna use Victoria for row attack because it's C damage. You would want, excuse me, you would want at least those that can do S damage. So their move of changing that to Glitter Shell is a good move in my opinion. Yeah, and Tepwen, one of the good things I noticed for Victoria too is the whatchamacallit, the defensive stats. So she has pretty high endurance and willpower, so she can tank. It's just that she doesn't have defense boost, like unlike Dad's Great Adventure. So that's where she kind of lost a bit of points there. But has she have some kind of defense boost? I mean, she has Glitter Shell, but it's no Great Adventure, you know. Great Adventure is 3 times defense boost, so... What am I doing? I'm not gonna use this. I'm gonna use SaGa Soul Style instead. Where are you, SaGa Soul Style? There you go. Female all power. Okay. Yep, that additional heal is just, yeah, pretty good in my opinion. It's just that once you use Victoria or any cover tank in Remembrance Battle for Deathmaster, you would be a little stressed out that stop covering people with lifesteal or you're gonna die kind of thing. I know Tepwin has saw that in the past when we were trying to do a Remembrance Battle before. And good buffs with yeah, that is correct, pal. So it's both a good and a bad for Victoria to have guard up, mainly because it's just one cast. It doesn't stack with excuse me, with other guard up that the party has. So that's the drawback to that, if anything. Oh, no problem. Sorry for the cough. I've just been coughing, but it's nothing serious really. But thank you for the well wishes. Extend duration. So Pel, it wouldn't extend duration, but rather more on applying. So if it's small, you already have small, and then you reapplied small. I think it would just carry over what has the longer duration, because it's the same effect. So if you cast a higher effect, like say medium or large, then what should I call it? It would override the small effect to have the medium or large effect to take effect instead. It doesn't stack with even with the different levels of guard up. But how about you, Tepwin? How are you doing? I know I'm I trust that you just watch the stream and then not chat, but and that's totally acceptable. Don't get me wrong about that. And just hoping you're okay too. You're doing well? Yes, that is correct, pal. So only the highest one would be retained, if anything. Or would take effect, rather. Ah. I- oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Right now I hear a lot of people, even those folks I work with in the East Coast, that some of them are getting sick. I'm not sure whether it's related to the weather or not, but I hope you feel better, and most importantly, I hope it's not COVID. But make sure if it lasts more than a day, at least take a test just to make sure it's not COVID, you know, so that you can take better measure of dealing with that rather than just a regular sniffle. Oh, oh, okay. That's good then. That's good. Thank you. That's good to hear. Yeah. Me and weather changes too. Yeah. My body doesn't like that. Oh, it gets less cold. Um, I don't exactly remember, but I know right now we are in the quote unquote fall season because Hawaii doesn't have that. We only have really hot summer and then winter. So I think right now we are in the fall season, and then once, because we are now in September, that I think the first 2 weeks it's still going to be hot, and then it's gonna start to cool down by the end of September to prepare for winter, from what I know. I mean, I would say whatchamacallit, summer and winter is better than summer and rainy season, because that's what Philippines has. There's like 2 months where it's known to have a lot of rains, and then there's summer, and then everything else is just normal. Yes, I love the cold too. So, I've been whenever I create videos, I just play whatever YouTube video that I watch. I let YouTube decide. And because I've been watching a lot of Jaden Animation's video, even though they're old, they're still really good to watch. So one of the video is, I think she was asking some of her Canadian friends what they think of Canada, and then one of them made a really good point. It's better to have cold weather because you can layer up to make yourself feel warm, and then if it's really hot, you can just take off so much clothes, and then nothing. You would still feel hot because you just have 1 or 2 layers of clothes. And that's exactly, I agree with that point 100%. That's why I love the cold weather more. Okay, that correction makes more sense. Hi. I'm happy that it's Thursday. I just don't like how Thursdays are for me now because you know how we had the pandemic and we did a remote work for I think a year or so, and then now they're trying to pull people back to office. So we're wanting to do once a week going to office kind of thing. So that's why I had to spend more time, to drive going to and from work, and then socialize with my coworker. It's not like a big deal or anything. It's just that, extra time and dealing with traffic too. How are you doing, pal? You mentioned about the COVID outbreak in Ohio. Is it still bad today, or are you doing okay? And then I don't know if you're comfortable talking about the thing in the other channel about the cut you have, if that's doing okay as well. I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, just let me know and I'll stop. And I apologize if I preempted you in that topic. Ah, were you able to sterilize it, or at least stop the bleeding? Because once you stop the bleeding, it may still be painful, but it would be the path for that to heal itself better. Ah, excuse me. So Tepwen, I think uh I'm not really hesitant about going back to office, but rather, you know, w if we were able to make it work with remote work for the past year, why is it that people are wanting people back in the office just because? And I understand if they have other stuff in mind that we don't know. That's why they're kind of pushing for it. But yeah, right now it's just a little weird for me. That's all. But yeah, I can't complain. They're the ones I'm paying for my gotcha, so I gotta comply to that. I mean, it's not like it's a big deal or anything. We kind of laugh and we finish our job better because we just shout around, "Hey, I need this. Hey, I need that. Hey, do you need help with that?" or something, rather than chatting and wait for the person to type and respond. And yeah, Pell, that's good that that's being taken care of because it's very important for that to um, at least to start closing down. Um, as long as you close it down and the way it's being closed down has some kind of pressure so that it kind of pulls together your skin so that it helps it heal better, and then kind of shape it in a way that how it's supposed to be. At least that's how I do my first aid. If that is wrong, I apologize, but that's what works for me. I'm not a trained first aid person, so take that with a grain of salt. Hey, Tepwen, don't say that. Manual labor is still a decent work, you know? Any job, in my opinion, regardless of whether you use your brain or you use your physical power, those it's a job. It doesn't hurt people, you help people. It's a decent job. I don't see it as a, you know, because you're in a job that doesn't use the brain, that you're not smart. I trust that you are smart too. And I think, it's an eye-opener for me when I first stepped foot in the US, that it's really hard to get a decent job, unlike say in Philippines there's like a ton of job. But because in Philippines the difference is the pay is a little low compared to here. If you get a decent job, it's actually pay really good. So, and it could be that there you're just waiting for an opportunity to open, and then you're wanting to move into that job, so that's why you're kind of stuck with what you're doing now. So that's still a good thing, because people would still see how you deal with jobs, how you manage the different tasks assigned to you. If it's a lot of tasks, how you prioritize things like that. The soft skill is mostly what people would look into you. So yeah, I see people equally, everybody, regardless of whether that person is a director or a manager or just a entry level. In my opinion, everybody has an opinion, and then it's just that somebody is more right, and then everybody just needs to understand what that is. It's my ESL, as I've heard it called as. No. I mean, I I think the term dumb labor you're using, Tepwin, is more on like generalizing that, yeah, you're not in an office job, or something that feels fulfilling, that it's a dumb labor job. No, that's not the case. Had I started my career in the US rather than in the Philippines, I would have started with a manual labor job too, because that's what's available for my entry level. And then I start to crawl into wherever. I guess I am fortunate to be able to start my career in a way that I get to start it the proper way. So do not, please do not look down on yourself that because you're doing manual labor that it's a dumb job. No, it's not. Yes, that is true, Tepwen. You try to if you try to interact with people, socialize with them, you may actually build relationship with people that you don't know might have the opportunity that you're wanting to have. So that's a good thing to do. And yeah, I'm not worried. It's just that it's just sad that people put labels on stuff, and some of it are unnecessary. One thing that I love, how my company trained me since I started as an entry level, that everybody is treated the same in our company, regardless of whether you're entry level, you're a manager, or you're a director. You call them by their first name, no ma'am, sir. Of course, you still kind of feel a little awkward when talking to them, so you kind of put the most, um, what do you call it? The most formal statements that you can use, just so you sound very appropriate. But once the ice is broken, the person responds that, hey, just chill, it's gonna be okay. Then they kind of ease a bit and then try to talk normally. At least that's how I deal with my team. If there's somebody new, I tell them, look, you're the expert. Even though I am in higher position, always question whatever decision I make, because I rely on you to be able to help me be able to do good decision with this project. So I make them feel empowered to speak up, and that is a good trait, at least from my line of work. Yep, labels are just, yeah, unnecessary in my opinion. I don't like it. Excuse me. How about you, Pel and Pepwin? What are you guys' thoughts about what games maybe you're interested of watching me play? Because right now I wanted to ramp up with my streaming. I have been slacking. For the most part, I've been doing just romancing SaGa. Um, I wanted to do. I haven't touched my PS5 for a long time, and I wanted to stream some games in it. One thing I have in mind is the Final Fantasy VII remake, but I still haven't gotten the game, and it's pretty cheap right now in Amazon. Ah, okay, sounds good then, pal. I actually wanted to test out the my mobile network to see if I would be able to stream DDR properly in the arcade house. I already sought permission from the manager for that arcade house. You know, plugging in my laptop, using this amount of space if that's okay, and what they needed from me, because ultimately I'm using their space. So I kind of resolved that already. Yeah. I'm just not excuse me. I'm just not sure with the 5 megabits per second upload on whether it can at least deliver 720p of streaming, because even with 720p, I think that would be enough for me to properly stream DDR. Oh, thank you, Tepwin. That your statement, well, the way I took it, it's actually saying a lot, and I'm sorry if it's not towards me, but I felt complimented by that statement, and it made me feel that I'm doing something correct, you know. So thank you for that. Yeah, this game is a, well, some people refer to Romancing Saga Reuniverse as a gotcha hell, but I love the game. It I never get tired of this, even though it's kind of repetitive at this point. I feel like it's still enjoyable in my opinion. And again, thank you for that compliment. I take that again as a compliment. I do this for fun. Other than Romancing Saga Reuniverse, the reason why I stream my console games, it actually encouraged me to play games again on my console. Hey, Silsey, how are you? Good morning to you. Yeah, good morning. So yeah, the reason why I decided to stream my console gaming is because I felt like a kid again. You know how you go to your friend's house or your friend goes to your house and then you play the same game, either a long JRPG or some two-player games that you get to talk about. That's the aspect that I missed a lot because I'm a big gamer when I was in high school, and then all I talk about is games. So that's why I only have a select few friends who play the same game as me. Because some people think I'm weird, but being weird is okay. I mean, being weird is weird back then, but now being weird is cool. Aw, it's okay, Silsey. Are you, well, human male would be good to have, but he's not gonna go away. You would have chances to get him as a style. For me, I spent 3,000 tickets to get both human male and mecha. So I got mecha first, and then human male was at the end. So I used 10 SS tickets, I believe, not 9. I think in my post I said 9. That was incorrect. So I did 10 and then 3,000 plus platinum ticket. Wow. That means you are a very sociable person, huh, Tepwen? I mean it in a good way. That people really want to talk to you, and that's a good thing. For me, I'm the Asian in the class that just goes into class because I need to attend class, listens to the teacher, do assignment, and then go home. Not really socialize with folks. It's not until maybe junior or senior year that I actually socialize with people. So, Silsey, before you joined, I asked Pel and Tepwen, and I think Evil is still in the stream. If not, Evil, thank you so much for stopping by. Because Evil has been busy with moving a lot of stuff for college that he Evil finally had the time to play and unwind a bit. We were talking prior to Tepwen and Pel. But yeah, Silsey, I was asking on Tepwen and Pel what kind of games they wanted to watch me play, and they they really didn't had you know any suggestion, but any game would work. But how about for you, Silsey? What kind of games do you usually want to watch? Please say JRPG. Please say JRPG. I'm kidding. But yeah, what kind of games do you usually play? Oh, hello Mia-san. How are you? Konnichiwa. So for everyone, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but Mia-san, she helps me with the thumbnail. Whenever she has the time, she makes me really awesome thumbnails that you see I use for the stream prior to it starting, and also the icons that I'm using. She gave those to me, and I'm extremely thankful for her. So yeah, and then we kind of talk random stuff on the side. What am I doing? Oh yeah, Awaken. Soulsborne and Monster Hunter. Ah, I so yes, Mia-san. When I tried to set up stream, Mia-san, I tried to make it quick so that it's available for everyone to join and watch. And then Tepwen, Mia-san also plays Monster Hunter. She shares some of her achievements on Twitter. Okay. Excuse me. Um, One thing I have always in the posts I share that I still want to do that, kind of Mega Man kind of relay race, but I can't do the speed run kind of thing, but I'll do my best to finish it as fast as I can. My only worry is the flashing lights, because it's an old game and people don't know about flashing lights back then. So that's my one worry about it. But I love Mega Man. I was talking about it last stream that Mega Man 4 was the first one I played, and then I went to Mega Man 2, which gave me a really, really hard time, and then Mega Man 3, 5, 6, and then 1. Oh, let me share to you something, Tepwen. Hold on. So, I always play this in the office whenever I wanted to focus on something. So this one, where are you? Guitar playthrough part 1 by Daniel Ano. That one is really cool, Tepwen. If you have the time, try listen to it. There's also part 2 to it. Mia-san, I haven't played yet Ragna in JP. I only play Global right now, GL Ban. Yeah, that music is is really good. And then there's also one other artist. I don't recall if he did Mega Man 3, but I know he did Mega Man 4, and that was super cool. If you love the soundtrack, I can give you the link as well. Genocide Heart Yorikawa HP ba so Ragna no tatakai wa chotto Genocide Heart mitai no tatakai desu ka? So what Mia-san is saying is, it seems that the event in JP right now is SaGa 3 theme rather. So she's saying that there is 3 HP bars for Ragna, the last boss for SaGa 3 or Final Fantasy Legends 3, and she was sharing that it kind of feels like the Genocide Heart attack, where every HP bar you take down, there's like a different phase for that battle. So, yeah. Thank you for the information, Mia-san. Arigatou gozaimasu. So, genocide kata. Genocide kata janai. Hai. It's genocide hot. Genocide hato. Saga Frontier 1 no, Saigo no Bossu. I'm sorry, Mia-san, if I mispronounced it. I'm still really bad in speaking Japanese. I can read some of it, but when I try to pronounce it, it sounds really bad. So I gotta practice. Okay, we're good. We're good. So れが genocide hot で whatever that kanji is. Game キャラの技が genocide kata. Oh, so she's saying that genocide heart has an MA it's an MA character with a skill that's named genocide cutter. Ah. 面白いですね。あの技の名前は。Yeah, so that accent when I said omoshiroi, that was pretty bad. I still don't know how to best pronounce the words properly, but I try to. I don't know what this is. Hold on. I'm sorry, Mia-san. I'm asking help from Google Sensei. Google? Genocide tracker. Hold on. Let me try. Mia-san, you are correct. Genocide Cutter is from SNK, Rugal. That's the one you're saying, right? I looked up Genocide Cutter skill, and then Rugal showed up. Mia-san, SNK no Rugal desu ka? Okay, we're fighting the well now. 20% in. Still see Tepwin and Pell if you guys get bored with the battle. Haha. That's good, Mia-san. I understood what you said. Thank you to Google Sensei. Google Sensei wa tasukatta. So I said to Mia-san that Google Sensei helped me with that, or kind of saved me in that, in understanding that statement. But yeah, Pel, Tepwin, and Silsi, if you feel bored with this battle, just let me know. We can change it up. You know, it's more exciting to be frustrated with egg. Or I don't know. Excuse me. I'm not sure if there are other contents I can do. Watashi mo eigo no apri sensei de してるよ。僕も、僕も同じよ、みやさん。あ、いろいろの漢字はわかりません。それは、Google 先生はいつ、いつまでも助かったです。So Mia-san is saying that it's also the same for her, that she needs some kind of application to help her understand English, because that's the way we kind of speak in direct message in Twitter. So I message in English and then she message in Japanese, or sometimes she message in English too. And then we kind of use translator app to be able to understand each other. In my case, I mainly use Google Translate. 言葉がわからないけど、気持ちが、whatever. Ah. So she said that she also, because, she's mainly using the English words to put it in the translator so that she understand what that statement means. So whenever I speak in English, a lot of it she unfortunately doesn't understand, but it's the same for me. If Japanese people are speaking to me in really fast Japanese, I wouldn't be able to understand it as well. Mia-san, 僕は、あの時は、日本語を喋るに早いするは、僕は、ちょっとできない。I I don't understand it Japanese if it is said too fast, because it takes me a lot of time to process whatever is being said, so that I try to translate it in my head and then process it and then be able to respond. And at that point, I'm a little late already. Arigatou gozaimasu, Mia-san. Um, Let me see if I understood it correctly. Yeah. So she said just take some time to, take some time and don't rush it. That's what she says. Yeah, I'm actually impressed with those JP streamers, that they can talk to people while farming. I mean, I try to do it too, but a lot of times I get lost in the battle. Like, a lot of times I would ask, what am I doing again? Kind of thing. It's okay, Tepwin. In my opinion, you're able to I'm able to understand what you're trying to say, so nothing wrong with how you have with English. Okay. I'll continue with the conquest then, and then just stop me anytime if you guys think of something. Yeah, Silsey. So for me, in the Tagalog language, that's my actual native language. I still lag a lot of times because some people would use really hard words. Hold on. Yeah. そうですよね、みやさん。サガゲームは世界に Um, it I couldn't say it. It connects the world, the SaGa game, because we're playing the same game. Arigato gozaimasu, Miya-san. I know my Japanese is so broken. Like I don't even complete a statement. uh, but I'm thankful ever since starting to stream. I'm thankful for all of you. Mia-san, Tepuen, Silsi. All of you have been consistent in joining my stream, especially for Mia-san. I know this stream is more speaking in English, so I feel bad that I couldn't communicate properly to her in Japanese, but of course I try to learn new words every day. But I feel overwhelmed at times for the support, and good thing I don't have a camera because I'm feeling emotional, because it feels good to have some kind of support with what you're trying to do, and this is something I truly wanted to do anyway. So I'm extremely thankful for all of you. It's the same, Mia-san. Um, Translating into English sometimes is hard work too. But yeah, so before actually streaming, I used to join yes, definitely. I just need to learn more words and try to, because the way I do my tweets on Twitter, because I have some JP followers in me that they kind of appreciate even if I try to translate that in Japanese. And like what I explained to Sakuma-san, who's one of my follower, I told him that, hey, even though I can use hiragana and katakana, I kind of construct the statement in a Frankenstein like manner, because especially with kanji, there are at least two kinds of pronunciation to that and different applications. So I only know one pronunciation, so I kind of type it that way. But really, if you try to read it, it's supposed to be read the other way. So those kind of stuff I'm still learning. Oh, Tepwen, I remember you're in the US, right? So you should, are you also, do you also have a long weekend? And so does for you, pal, right? It's Labor Day on Monday. Ah, okay. Ah, 気にしないでください, Mia-san. It's okay. Um, I am very, very thankful that you joined. I'll type that on Twitter for you. But I'm extremely thankful even for you to join, I know it's in English, but you still join and try to socialize with the other viewers. So thank you very much, Mia-san. I truly appreciate you being here. And I'll type that on Twitter for you. できるだけ英語でと持ってるからね。ああ。OK ですよ、みやさん。僕も日本語同じよ。いろいろの日本語はわかりません。Hey, Angelo, I'm doing good. We actually have Mia-san here in the chat as well. So Mia-san, I introduced to everyone, is helping me with the thumbnails. The thumbnails you see when you're replaying the stream, or when you see the stream gonna be scheduled. So she's the one giving me those thumbnails. And the profile picture I'm using on YouTube, she's also the one who gave that to me. And she also does a lot of really cool Twitter profile picture. It was a thing I think a couple months back, or sometime last year, where they use the pixel character and then put it in a circle profile picture, and then everybody who plays Romancing Saga Reuniverse actually uses those kind of profile picture. And Mia-san is one of those who created those profile icon. And thank you, Pel. I appreciate you too being here. I know it's very late your time, because I know you're on East Coast time. And then yeah, Angelo, other than sharing that Mia-san is here, I'm doing well. I wasn't proud with what I did with the banner. Hold on, one moment. Sorry about that. I had to mute for a bit to talk to somebody. So yeah, Angelo, I wasn't proud with what I did with the banner, but I managed to complete it with 12 multi and 2 single, so 122 draws in total. Because I really wanted to have Victoria, but yeah, Victoria showed up at the end. Arigatou gozaimasu, Mia-san. Thank you so much for joining. How about you, Angelo? How are you? Did you pull in the banner? Yeah. I completed the banner, but oh, yes. Thank you, Mia-san. Thank you for stopping by and joining. Yeah, so see, I completed the banner, but yeah, I wasn't proud about it. But I'm happy that I was able to complete it. Ultimately, I have Victoria, because she's my primary target in the banner. Yay! Congratulations, Angelo. Cash in and cash out. Don't try to get other characters. Because one of my friend who did a pull in this banner, he got Rock Bouquet on the third multi, and then he tried to get Onyx because he really liked Onyx. He ended up pitying Onyx. So just be careful, that's all. Yes, I feel that SaGa Soul Mask Dad should be around the corner. If not too early, it should be here soon. And if you want to target Victoria, like what I was sharing to Evil earlier, if you strip the roles that Victoria can do, it's actually on that SaGa Soul banner. The tank side being on Mask Dad, and then the farming side on Cream Heal. So Cream Heal rolls up to the Amazoness character, you know, Jean, the one with the red clothes, the S style with the spear weapon. So she would have an SS style named Cream Heal, and that would be part of the SaGa Soul banner with Socho. Yes, that is true, Silsey. Thank you for that reminder. Excuse me. And then, just in case you guys didn't notice, I'm using a different person's art this time. I featured Sato-san's art in the past, using the Zozma art. I don't know what Sato-san's gender is, but I'll use he gender in the interim. But if I learn what Sato-san's gender is, I will correct that. But he has a lot of really good art, and of course, I'm a big fan of SaGa Frontier 1, and that's how I discovered his art. Because he has a lot of SaGa Frontier 1 art. So the Time Lord art you see is one of the many few that Sato-san's art is. And you can check out his Twitter page. There's so much more in there. And then next time, I wanted to feature Fuluyano-san again. So other than Denny, I tried to reach out to Fuluyano-san, and I don't know Fuluyano-san's gender as well, so I'm gonna address Fuluyano-san as a he for now. He allowed me to use his art, and they're all cool as well. So his art kind of ranges, it's all over the place. Whatever's the theme in JP, he makes art out of it. So yeah, I'm just thankful I have people with good art that allow me to use their art, and in a way I try to share it to you guys, because ultimately, who else would appreciate SaGa art than SaGa fans, right? And yes, Angelo, I agree with you, no pity. I have pitied a lot of banners in the past, so I'm trying to play it conservatively. Hopefully not too deep in a banner. That's the goal. But I don't know if you guys are excuse me, are on Reddit as well. So whenever I post my review there with the text version, this user named Chaos-B, he always shares input, really good input, and most of which are kind of inclined now, where we have a lot of kind of okay banner, where some of them are like, if you need X functionality in your box, it would be good to pull Y character. So yeah, I like that he always points out that it's a meh banner, MEH, and that if you really don't need those functions, or you already have someone that's doing the function of what the banner can provide, then it's a safe skip. That's usually how they roll with these banners, and I would agree with them, because like this banner, I couldn't rate a lot of the characters as an S or an SS. Like say Rock Bouquet, I commented there that had Rock Bouquet had high protect tension, that she would have been SS easy. Um, the How do you feel about them keeping the anniversary banner time frame? What do you mean by that, Pel? About the anniversary banner time frame? Ah, so I think I understand your statement now. Um, I think I feel it's fine in a way, because it it kind of catches us with our pants down. I think that's a statement where you're not prepared for something. So it makes the game more interesting, really. And with how they are releasing characters in global, as well as the global exclusive ones, it's fair game on whatever banner they choose to release. Because right now, even if they release any banner all the way to 3-year time frame, it would be aligned with what the capability of our characters are, hands down. The only thing that we can compete with is the row and column power that those 3-year or beyond 2.5-year characters can do, because it's like 8 BP SS kind of thing. So that's what we are lacking right now. But with sheer firepower and capability, I think we are at par with some 3-year units at this point. Angelo, it's been good since you rated a banner unit as SS. Most of these are just it's I agree, it's fun to pull. A lot of the characters in this banner, so I rated Onyx and Rabbit as A, and then Victoria as S, Rock Bouquet is S, but Rock Bouquet is kind of borderline SS. Again, if she has high protect tension, that could have sealed the deal with SS. They just have some flaws that, Rabbit, for example, I would have said that her Jawbreaker skill is really good for Egg, but because Rabbit is very squishy, and at that point might have a little low int than the newer int debuffer, that she might not be able to pull it off properly. So that kind of thing. I didn't want to go too far with how to rate a character, but yeah, those are the unwritten stuff that I have in my mind as I was talking about the banner. For Onyx, I think I said everything in there. The main point that kind of lowered her score is just focusing on one element, and right now the game wants you to have at least 2, if not 3 elements for a character. So that's why. And with Onyx 2 not having any defense passive or anything, she can do debuffing, she can do some moral and guard up, but if she can't survive deadly attacks, then it might be hard for the person to use her. What you call it? So Silsey, I have a question. Water Dark. So no, Silsey. So that's why I posted the Water Dark staff in Twitter, so that JP folks would see, oh look, Global has something new again that JP didn't have. It's not about bragging, but rather I'm wanting them to see that these are the stuff we have in global. Global is not the same as JP, and in a way, we're kind of wanting some JP folks, if they can play global as well, so that they would have a feel that global is, in a way, in its own, a different game, that you would approach something differently. Like right now, Chapter 2 Liam, the expected farming method for that would be the 2.5-year dark with the bloody harvest, the column skill. But we didn't have dark, so we kind of worked around it by having rook, for example, how I farm it. So things like that, we kind of approach things differently with what global has. Oh, 211 is your jam. What is your setup for that, pal? For 211? Tep, when the game, I feel, wasn't broken when Liam got released. So I feel they kind of adjusted some of the hard content where Liam can't just be Liam and pummel through everything. So if you notice, Liam kind of misses a lot with his attacks. So I think they kind of compensated that with some agility buff or something, just to balance out that Liam can't just charge up, shoot, and done. Like, you would need some kind of strategy still to be able to complete those. So in a way, I feel having Liam be implemented is not yet broken in where global is right now. But in the future, once everything is kind of standardized now, that Liam would be the norm as the DPS. I know Hell is kind of planning on tackling Egg with a non-Liam character. I'm not gonna share who it is. So yeah, I can't imagine how to deal with that. Yep. I don't want to spoil anything, Pel. Because I know we've talked about those. Like, yeah, how about this? How about this? Will this work? And so on. Matriarch 4 and Young Zenon. Huh. Oh, so you do a 10-0-10? 10, 2, 3, 6, 7. Oh yeah, you do a 10-0-10. Yeah, that's cool for 211. That's pretty fast. I do 2-2-4. I do 3 actions as well. So right now I kind of changed it up with what I uploaded. I use free Katarina with Crashing Wave Inherit, and then the third one can just be any AoE slash character. So right now I'm training Ilden, so I'm using Ilden with Tornado Sword Plus. Broken as the anniversary banner. Since Liam was the first one, this rock is another. Ah, I see. I know what you mean now, Tepwan. Sorry about that. Hey Speedy, how are you? Thank you. Yeah, I was able to complete them, but you know, I used the forbidden jutsu. Well, whatever. I'm happy with that. I wanna pay homage to my JP account. That's why I really wanted to have Victoria. I couldn't get out of the banner without Victoria. For 225 Pel, did you see excuse me, did you see how Cher tackled 225? That's a good thing to do. I know you have Liam and you try to not use Liam for hard content, but if you can utilize Liam, if he's at least trained, you would do good in 225, and sure kind of demonstrated that in a good setup. For me, I use Rich and Rook, that's why. I know you don't have Rook, so that's why I kind of pointed you to Cher's lineup instead. Ah, so you can, you have Arthur, Cal? Hmm, hold on. Fast Blunt, Fast Blunt, Fast Blunt. You actually have Doll, right? You can use Doll. Doll can do double blunt. Oh wait, it's two characters. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something else. Um, do you have the filler Antonius? You know, or Penis brother? Hmm, okay. The reason why I said Antonius is you can do double whirlwind for round 1 and then have Rook kind of sweep through round 2 and round 3. You just need to have, oh wait, you have Mecha, right? SaGa Soul Mecha? Yeah. So original Mecha can do Legendary Treasure, and then Rook can just go round 2. Because at the least, Mecha should be able to do, if he can do 70,000 damage, that should take down those soldiers. Those soldiers have pretty low HP. Oh, are they in a row column? I don't recall. I thought they're kind of far apart that you can't do a column. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why you use Bloody Harvest. Yeah, that's correct. Uh, Waterfowl Gaming, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, if Charming Plum would work, then yeah, Charming Plum, and then Rook. That should work then. Yep, it's gonna be 4 action. So Vampire Lady with Charming Plum, and then Rook. Well, not 4 action really. Uh, 3, 5, 6 actions, because it's gonna be Charming Plum, and then Hammer Roll, and then Heavy Impact. So that's 2 actions. Hammer Roll and Heavy Impact again, and then Finishing Blow from Vampire Lady. So 6 actions. That's why I kind of avoided the setups with, who was that? With Arthur and somebody else, because it's gonna equate to 9 actions, and that's too much in my opinion. So that's why I did my min-max farming at 224, because I only do 3 actions, or maximum 4 actions. Crashing Wave, and then Tornado Sword plus. If that water Aqua Lady is not taken down, then another bonk from Katarina would finish the battle. To be honest, I had really high expectation for Arthur. You know, being labeled as the god tier of farming, you would think that he is the key to be able to train 4 characters. But it's really hard to pull that off. And I would agree. It kills your clear speed, because he is considered as 2 actions. However, if you don't mind having that extra action, and then you really don't have a choice and you wanted to use Arthur, it's not a big deal really. It saves maybe 1 or 2 seconds. Yep. But the latest Arthur in JP, he becomes a really good single target character. Well, because you know, single target attack, and then he calls Talon again for more single target attack. So, I mean, I'm not surprised why he's the top for single target. I don't know, pal, really. I didn't look that much in Arthur. I just know he has a lot of single target skill and then follows up with Talon with single target as well. So, yeah. Yeah, I know, Silsey. It's so weird for Romancing Saga 2. Only Kujinsi has his own battle theme music. Oh, by the way, even though Rock Bouquet can spam Marine Ball like there's no tomorrow, because Marine Ball does Moral Down, that it doesn't stack with a reapply of that. Just to take note of that, if you're expecting to keep on stacking Moral Down, it won't stack. And that's the beauty of having Summer Rufus or Egomal, because both of them do attack stance down, and those two would stack together. Attack stance down and moral down. And then attack stance down with other attack stance down would stack as well. I'm a little scared of what the next banner is going to be next week. Not gonna lie, with the little amount of jewels I have. Time to save again. And then I think by tomorrow, after I get my extra $5 coupon for Nintendo, I should be able to reactivate my Nintendo Switch on Nintendo Online service, and then I would be able to do Mario Kart stream again. I disabled it because I feel it's a waste to do 3 months for $5.99. I think I forgot the price, because when I got my Switch, it came with a 3-month Nintendo Online service, and then if it expires, it auto renews itself. Like there's no option in the Switch to turn off that auto renew. So I forgot about it the last time, and I got charged again for 3 months. So I wanted to stop that, and I was able to figure it out how. Critical Specialist Dark. I don't know about Dark anymore, but he is still good as a column attacker. And then Pel, with what we discussed in the past in JP about the Lapis Lazuli, what was that? Lapis Lazuli materials. That you get to have critical bonuses now. That kind of puts them back into the picture. Dark and Ilden. I'm not sure Tepwin and Silsey and Speedy if you're aware of that, or if you were there when I discussed about it. So the latest materials that we are getting in JP, the blue materials, it's called the Lapis Lazuli. So it has bonuses where you can inflict critical to a specific type of enemy depending on the bonus that you get from crafting. So right now, like say Metal Black. So Metal Black is guaranteed to do critical for human and mecha. So say he equips a weapon that's specialized for say a dragon. So if you're facing a dragon type, Metal Alkaizer would be able to inflict critical as well to that dragon enemy. And because Metal Black has what was that? The ability to increase damage further if you're doing critical. So in a way, you're expanding what type of enemies that they can do critical with to take advantage of their ability. Yeah, this ability name I was thinking is High Lethal Tension. So it's tension 5 and then I think 25 if not 30% extra damage if you're doing critical. But without the Lapis Lazuli weapon, they're kind of limited with the critical aspect of their ability. That's why with the Lapis Lazuli weapon, they're kind of back in the game that they can do really good damage. So I think Pell kind of had a first-hand was able to see that when we faced Wyvern for Greatsword. We used Metal Alkaizer. So Metal Black turns to Metal Alkaizer in the next style. So we did Metal Alkaizer. We crafted a Lapis Lazuli weapon that's specialized for dragon. And then, yeah. Metal Alkaizer was doing pretty good damage with Sword Chain Plus. And knowing that Lapis Lazuli weapons exist, that I think I would be rating them not too low critical units, because without knowing about the Lapis Lazuli, they're kind of very limited in terms of full potential. So right now Ilden is kind of more into specific race because that's his forte. But with the new weapon, you can expand him to however the target is. But of course, not everyone has a race assignment to them. Of course, our favorite friend Egg doesn't have a race, so you can't take advantage of the Lapis Lazuli weapon. Yep, I agree with you, Pell, on that point. Do you have any long weekend plans, Pell? Or are you off on Labor Day on Monday? Ah, okay. I will catch your stream then. I know I caught your stream. I forgot what day it was, but I was happy to catch that. And are we gonna do more remembrance battle? Or you're gonna do the conquest? Okay. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Where else am I missing? Oh, this one. Okay. Wait, we can get the staff now, right? Yes, so... Rock Bouquet has a weapon now. Whoa, that's cool. So I heard there's some good training spots here. I haven't really looked into it yet. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Is it the IK spot? Insta kill? Ah, okay. I will check it out. Oh yeah, so you guys you guys were saying Subir at spell 1. So that means they have their true form here as well? Yay, Rock Bouquet is happy with the correct weapon. Where is Subir? I don't think I unlocked Subir yet, huh? I think it's on this route. Ah. Bottom right way. Okay. I don't have Subir. I'm sorry. Wow, look at that damage. That was pretty cool from Rock Bouquet. Sorry, I'm not trying to encourage or entice anybody to pull Rock Bouquet with that expression. I was just amazed on how good the damage was. I don't think I I level up the style for Rabbit and Onyx. That's why they kind of don't do really good damage. Let me check that real quick. GLX Cat and Welfare Cat. Okay, one moment. Let me check Rabbit and Onyx first, and then we'll check that spot. Bottom right. Okay, so I did Rabbit already. And Onyx too, so... Or they're just not doing damage. Okay. It's fine. Bottom right way. So this one? Great Plains 1? You mentioned Great Plains 1. Okay. What are the enemies? Excuse me. So it's consistent column? Spell route. No, no problem. Hey, don't... I am trying to figure it out too, so... Don't worry about it. No, 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 no. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Ah, okay. Okay, now I understand how you're referring to the node, pal. I was looking at... There is no spell 1 in Romancing Saga 3. This is slash. So, this is spell, so upper left. Okay. So, what do we have here? Ah, that's why. Okay. Now I understand. Yeah, it's Crashing Wave. It's Row. And of course, they choose to use Magic Shield. Trying to think. But Water Shield is fast, right? So regardless of the character's agility, that it would still be casted if the enemy chooses to use it. So I think Rock Bouquet should be able to handle this, huh? I don't know. I might be wishful thinking, but something like this. Where's that? Magical Shower EX. I'm sorry if the sometimes I speak in a kind of local Hawaiian way, like how I expressed it, that Rock Bouquet can handle this, huh? Something like that. Yes, I don't know. I got into that habit. I'm sorry if it sounded weird. Hold on. So Rock Bouquet should be able to. So Black Sprite is A. Where is that? Triflower is C. Let's see if Triflower would work. And then we are in Magical Shower EX, so there's an extra damage on weak attack. Yeah, so much options. Look at that. And yes, you're correct, pal. The Crashing Wave is fast skill. Oh, cannot. But because whatchamacallit, Rock Bouquet is not style 50. So many options here, huh? Hold on. So who can do? I mean, we know Katarina already, so we should be okay. I mean, Sarowin should be able to do it, huh? Right? Let's see. Because Sarowin has a dark attack. No, not this. RS1. Yeah. Let's see. I have I don't know how much this is. 48, 80. Huh? Yeah, 84% bonus. That's cute, Polka. Yeah. Sarowin can do it. Without the attack and defense buff. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Ah, that's a disadvantage then. I understand now. That's why Katarina is the best option. Yeah, my friend was saying, yeah, we have Katarina and Global Exclusive. We should be able to train 4 units. Like, what? Really? Because, you know, it's not like I have trained Katarina a lot with 224, you know? Where is that? This one, right? Look at that base HP. The cap is 1930. That's how much Katarina has been doing runs in 224. And now it's Katarina again. This one. Crashing Wave. Ah, I don't have Dora. She's been exploring for me. Ha 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 ha. Sorry. I didn't pull for Dora, unfortunately. Yeah, easy with Katarina. Sorry, Speedy, for pulling off that joke. I, I don't know. I'm just trying to laugh. Laughing is kind of a distressing kind of way, so I'm happy with that. Let's see. So Darkness Conquest. Romancing Saga 2 units only. Okay. Um, I guess this can work, I think. Because I have a lot of Romancing Saga 2 I need to train anyway. Like, Rabbit. And Onyx. Those two that I wasn't expecting to pull. Who else? Where is our global exclusive Kongming? We have the fan already, and we have the boots. Where's Kongming? I was really expecting to have GLX Kongming. Minerva, I guess. Or Victoria. Yeah, anyway, so Katarina is gonna be okay. Okay, let's deal with the bosses seriously now. Kong Ring and Kong Ming's armor. That's cool. I would love that. Kong Ring. Oh, Silsey, you have Dora? And well, Dora is still, I think, still usable as an AoE farmer because there's really not much options for Thunder. Thunder farmer. Sorry, I'm lazy. I'm just using my AoE my AoE party. But I'll change it up after this. Ah. Well, try change it up, pal. Or is it that Dora's firepower is already outdated from the demand of the farming is? Is that why Dora is not as used? Oh, that's cool then. Yeah. Make Dora proud and use her. I mean, for me, I try to be, I try to use as much of my characters as possible, because for the sake of I wanted to use them. But if you don't want it, it's totally fine. You play how you want to play, you know? Okay, how do we deal with this? Single target characters. Strength. Who do we want? It would be... I'll do Madeline. There, so that there's Thunder. And then I'll do Rufus. Where are you, Rufus? I already passed by you. Yeah, we'll use Summer. It's fine. And then we'll use Azami. Where are you, Azami? And then we'll use Blue. I don't care if they don't have bonus or not. It's like ×2 or ×1. It's fine. And then we'll use a wild card, who is going to be... I don't know. I guess let's do Mikhail. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I got a big drop in frame. Sorry about that. Yeah, Spectrum internet in my area has been pretty inconsistent these past days. So my apologies on that. And thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Even though I'm hardwired to the router, it's like it's the same thing. Single phone. And then Mikhail would be RS3. Okay. Luna Fulgrim. Oh, you have Luna Fulgrim. Go for Broke, Waking Dragon, all charge. Okay. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Thank you for that. Okay. Yes, that is true, Tepwen. A lot of times I just pray, come on, I'm streaming right now, please be nice to me, internet connection. Oh yeah, so much faster now. It's okay. Madeline was a rock star in my farming because I used the platinum style, and then I inherited tornado sword plus, so that was really good. She did it. Oh, she gets to attack this time, pal. And Tepwin, I'm happy to know, where you are. Not exactly where you are, but rather knowing where you are. Because I was a little worried. I thought you're in the US, and me being in the middle of nowhere, like say right now it's 10 p.m. my time. It's 4 a.m. for Pell, and then I was just worried that it might be too late for you to. And I know I've excuse me. I know I've always observed you at least being in the stream, and don't want you to be burned out by joining the stream too late. Oh, you're in East Coast time. Okay, that's good to know. Now I know yours, Pell, and Silsie's time, and of course, Denny's time as well. Silsie is 10 a.m. right now, and then Denny is 11 a.m. But I gotta admit though, for Madeline, if you have Luna Fulgur, and then you have the Platinum style as well, Platinum style is actually doing better damage. Yes, I agree. Madeline is still good. I think what my friend and I are worrying about is maybe Halloween Silver might outshine Madeline. But that's just a guess at this point. We don't know what change they're gonna do for Silver. Yeah, I hope so too, because it gives people a chance to have the kind of power that Madeline introduced during her release. For me, I'm actually debating mainly because I have low jewels and I'm trying to play as conservatively as possible. I might have to skip Halloween, but again, it's a might. I, as you saw in my post, I don't have much self-control, so I might pull still, even though I said no. Narwhal's Daughter is the price of that banner, in my opinion, if you're looking for a hard content unit, because Halloween trick, I think, the skill number 3, it's an all attributes debuff that doesn't need to hit and will guarantee the debuff. That was what was key for a lot of JP players to be able to clear Wasteland 5, because as you know, by stage 5, the second cursed entity is really hard to do debuff with. That's why you kind of die on the second curse entity, because he just spams a lot of millionaire up front, and then you're sitting there like, okay, I'm taking 1,000 damage twice, so what's gonna happen? Of course I'm gonna die. Waifus over laifus. For me, if they release global exclusive Virgil or Mirza, hands down, pity or get those two styles, or gotta pity, guarantee. Yes, I am a big Mirza fan. I rallied for Mirza for a long time before Stillblade Light has that attention as how it is now. Yeah, I'm very excited to see if they would do a global exclusive Virgil. That would be very interesting. Because I would think they would try to put in some kind of mystic power into him. Because right now he's kind of looking like a mystic magician with the shadow spells. So I hope they kind of apply some kind of mystic gaming into his kit. I I I forgot who I shared that with. I think it was Fifole. In JP, I spend jewels in global. Um, please don't judge me on that. I just love the game. I just love the character, so I want them. In JP, it's the same thing. Um, if I love the character, I actually spend on them. So there are 3 characters that I actually spent on JP. One was Mastan, because the paid step up back then was super duper cheap. It's like 300 paid jewels, you get a 10 pull. And then the rate up for that SaGa Soul reprint is Selma and Mastan. So I had to get Mastan. That one, and then I pitied for Virgil. I paid some jewels that were luckily on sale on JP, because sale in JP is pretty rare to come by. And then the third one was Sword White Rose, because I really love White Rose, and I regret not getting a Valentine White Rose back then. This is some JP we're talking about, by the way. So back then I'm like, Yeah, I'm gonna pull and then I don't have jewels. Okay, no more. It's fine. You okay, Bowie? Come here. Come here. My dog just had a wild dream. She was whimpering a little. So I was, and then she woke up. So I'm inviting her so that to keep her company and maybe have another dream again. Or just mess around with her ear, just like that too. What do you mean by punish, pal? Ah, I avoided that. I wasn't paying attention to the battle. I'm sorry. Yes. And I forgot that Rock Bouquet has charm. When I remember when you started joining my stream, and then back then I was alternating with Romancing Saga and Super Robot Wars. I had to stop Super Robot Wars. It's just too much text. It was too technical. I feel that viewers are not enjoying it as much as the person playing it. Yes, Octopath. I had to finish that. It's just so awkward to continue the game where it's a little far with some of the characters. But yeah, I'll have to finish that before I start a new game. That's my promise to myself. But definitely one thing I wanted to explore is Pokemon games. I have the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Luckily, it was like super sale or something. It was so cheap. And then I'm trying to find the other Pokemon games as well that I can stream. I know. I mean, I have the power to play whatever game, even though it's boring or not. But I at least want it to be entertaining in a way that it's something where I would be able to socialize with either all of you or some of you, you know? Because that was, like I said earlier, that was what was missing in me. That's why even though I love to play video games, I have a lot of video games, but I don't have the push to play them because what's the point? I'm the only one playing it. I don't have anybody to discuss that with. But when I played Tales of Arise, even though I started streaming it, nobody was watching, and that's totally fine. But I had somebody to kind of talk about the game, like, what do you think about this part? Oh, this part is gonna be annoying. This part is blah blah blah, and so on. That kind of ignited my past about gaming and being able to discuss that with people. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah, Tepwin. For me, I grew up with I think I had red version and then eventually I bought a yellow version. So I know the Gen 1 by heart. And then recently I played Gen 2 and then I went straight to Alola. So I wanted to kind of play the game Brilliant Diamond and then Sword and Shield kind of blindly without knowing some of the mechanics so that I get surprised and stuff. I also watch Jaden animations with her Nuzlocke run with Ruby, for example. So it kind of gave me some idea with how the mechanics work. But only part of it, of course, I would still enjoy exploring around and understanding the mechanics. And I can't just get a psychic Pokemon and then you'll just ru rule all of the other types because psychic at Gen 1 is so overpowered. Ah, yes. We're kind of on the same boat, Tepwin, with that. Because a lot of my so during high school, I kind of had some friends where they play the same game as me. So I enjoyed that time being able to discuss and stuff. And then they kind of shifted their attention with FPS games and strategy games in which I'm not that interested with. I tried to play it, just you know how you are in high school. You try to blend in, you try to do what's the popular thing to do, but it's not really your thing. So I didn't enjoy it. I couldn't, even though that's the popular thing to do. Yeah, I stopped doing it because why am I playing something that I'm not enjoying? It's okay, Silsey. Uh, I mean, Pokemon and Digimon are one and the same, I would say. It's just presented differently. Oh, randomizer Pell. Um, you remember Rydia as one of my viewers, right? Divine Rydia. So he plays a lot of randomizer, mostly JRPG. So sometimes he would stream Final Fantasy Tactics, and there's so much characters in there now. It's so cool. What was I doing? I think it's this stage, right? Yeah, I'll try this one. Hold on. I'll turn off auto. So I noticed the enemies. It looks like you can insta-kill them. Yeah. These enemies, you can insta-kill them. Oh, never mind. They put it 999 resistance. Yes, I would agree with you, Pel, that they are different, but in concept where you have like a pet slash friend kind of thing, and you fight other um Digimon or Pokemon, then that's I think where the similarity is. But I totally agree with you about being totally different too. Yep. So Tepwin, I think I played Digimon World 1. Is that in the PlayStation 1? If it is, I think I got really frustrated with it in a way that you kind of gotta repeat the process of getting a Digimon. I mean, you can't even evolve it to the maximum state that you have to recapture it and then kind of redo your Digimon again because of a certain system that they have. I mean, it's not so much about hating it, but rather it's the being tedious with your Digimon where you got you mixed it up with certain Digimon so that you have the good skills, but eventually the game forces you that okay, you can't level up anymore, you have to breed it or something. Yeah. Yeah, that's the aspect that unfortunately I didn't like. You know, being a kid, I was lazy. I just want easy stuff, so that could have contributed to that too. Yes. Yes, I remember that part. How is the Digimon game now, Pal and Tepwen? I've always heard about the Digimon Cyber Sleuth. And I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the word. I might be butchering it if I don't even know. Survive is more of a tactics game, right? At least from what I remember in the teaser movie. Ah, okay. And then they kind of tried to introduce like a horror kind of theme in the novel side of it, from what I remember. Whenever visual novel is mentioned, I think about Danganronpa. Danganronpa is cool, but I didn't got the chance to play it because I was I am a wimp, even to this day. So I just watch people play it on YouTube and I enjoy it that way. Ah, I see. Now that makes sense, pal. I have an idea about SMT Devil Survivor, but I didn't really got to play the game. What else do I have? I actually so when the SaGa games went on sale, I actually bought Romancing Saga 3, 2, and Scarlet Grace, I believe. So, and Saga Frontier 1 Remaster. I think for all of those, if I'm not mistaken, 40, if not $45 total, because it was on sale. So maybe we can do a run of that too. Oh, if you're playing Scarlet Grace, I would watch it because I honestly I didn't understand what I was doing there. I did Leo scenario. Um, it seems that you gotta do a certain thing for you to progress in the story, and I didn't know that until my HP is like at 800 already. Because I kept on going through the maps, doing the side quests and stuff. And then only at the end I figured out that, oh, this is what you have to do for Leo scenario. And then I think that's the only one. I tried to start Balmain scenario, but it was too weird with Siegfried and the story, for in my opinion, so I stopped it. Orpina's one is the slowest one, you know, like a typical anime, the slowest start, and then I think it gets interesting, but yeah. The most I played for the scenarios is Leo's one. Why? Was it too cheesy? Orpina's story? I mean, that's exactly what a Saga game would do to you, right? I mean, even in Saga Frontier 1, it's the same. Sometimes you don't know what you're gonna do unless you're playing like a Ricky scenario where you have a mission, or Emilia scenario because you also have a mission. But say for others, like who's a good candidate? Um, like loot, loot. There's no really a solid mission. Just go on an adventure. I can't blame you on that, pal. But yeah, I would play Scarlet Grace again because I love the system. They kind of perfected the whole Saga game with, sparking the skill, gaining stats, crafting. It's like the holistic Saga experience in my opinion. So that's why it's not stopping me from playing it. At least, Pell, you're playing Scarlet Grace Ambition. I used to play the one in the original one in Vita. You know, the one where they kind of spend like 2 or 3 seconds looking at each other like, ready, 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 ready. Okay, the fight is starting. Is in Scarlet Grace Ambition, that part is like dun 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 and then fight, right? Like four beats and then it goes to a fight. Yes, it is. The original one, it's like on that part, after you put in your command, it would show different angles of still pictures of the battle for like a good 3 to 4 seconds before starting the battle, compared to Scarlet Grace Ambition where it's like 1 to 1.5 seconds. It was nuts, that one. And then I played it with the JP version because the original one didn't have an English translation. So again, I didn't understand a lot of stuff again. Um, here's the other thing I want to get you guys' thoughts on with, trying to play other games so that we're just, you know, try to have variety in the games. So, what do you think of Mario Maker 2? Because I always enjoy watching Carl Sagan getting trolled, or those hard levels. But of course I won't be doing that because I don't know how to even play a good how to be really good at Mario, those shell jumps and stuff like that. I don't know how to do that. Is it really true, Saga Frontier 2? I know there was only like a rumor that Play Asia kind of leaked it early, but is it really true now that they confirmed it's in development? Because whatchamacallit, I saw the post. I don't know the name of the page on Facebook, but I think the English name is NMIA, so Nemia or Namia. So that page posted the games they featured on Tokyo Game Show, and it didn't mention about Saga Frontier 2. I would want to get that too. Saga Frontier 2. I watched some speed run on it. Just background noise, but I'm also paying a little attention. So that's why I kind of know the story a bit. and I really wanted to play the game because it seems interesting. Oh, really, Pal? I want to watch that. If you stream it, hopefully I catch it. Um, w- I followed you already on Twitch, so I should get the notification. Ah, so you played Saga Frontier 2 too, Tepwen. Or, you know, Pal, just stream it for fun. I think it's gonna be interesting. Yeah. Let's hope the remaster comes through, and then yeah, we'll all play it. I would love to play it, to be honest. Ah, I see. No problem, pal. Whenever you're ready. So, speaking about platformers, I was watching this the speedruns SGDQ, I think, or I forgot, GDQ. I don't know what season. So GDQ recently had an event about the Flame Fatales. So one of them was doing like a Super Mario All-Star where it's randomized. Okay, SGDQ. So whatchamacallit, that Super Mario All Stars. So you could play Mario 1. So the goal is you play Mario 1, Mario 2, Mario Lost Levels, Mario 3, and Mario World. The catch is, so whenever you play, say, Mario 1, and then you have like, what did they say? Like 30 seconds to a minute, the game would force you to switch to a different game. So it depends on where you stop. The game would save state it and then would load it after a different game has loaded. That was pretty cool and pretty scary to play as well. I don't know if I would have the balls to even play that. Alright, Conquest completed 100%. Yay, I have 9,000 jewels that I'm not gonna use to pull, I promise. No pulling, no more. Look at that jewel. I don't show my jewels. It's right now it looks like this. Yeah, not too much, so I will need a lot of luck for the next banner. It's fine. I would play JP way if anything, where any jewels I receive, I would just use it for whatever and just have fun. I know, sweetie. Yes, I will save. I promise. I will. I will. I made a mistake too. I saved up, I think 7,000 jewels in the present box. And then I hit Claymore and like, oh no. And then I was at that point where I really wanted to pull some more. And yeah. I'll restock the saved jewels in the present box. Yeah, I hope so too, Saga Soul Soji. So that, and not too much changes to Soji so that it's a skip for me. Yes, I gotta train my willpower more, Silsey. But yeah, we've been streaming for 2 hours on Global. Do you guys want to see anything else? Whether it's global or JP version, is there anything you wanted to see or wanted to know about? Let me switch to JP at least, because I know we briefly talked about we briefly talked about the lapis lazuli weapon. So, and then I can just be crafting while you guys think if you want to see anything. No rush if you don't have anything in mind right now. Pell, I haven't played a Metroid game and a Zelda game. I know. But my friend gave me his copy of Breath of the Wild for Switch. So maybe that's a good Zelda starter game. I don't know. So this is what Mia-san was saying earlier. Um, Ragna Shin Tono Tatakai. So that's the last boss for Final Fantasy Legends 3. Yeah. I'm sorry, I haven't played a Zelda game in my life. But my friend gave me a Breath of the Wild copy in Switch, and I was just joking around whether that's a good starting Zelda game to play. Yeah, I've heard of a lot of good things about Zelda. Zelda games rather. Yes, definitely I would enjoy. I think because of the exploration part that I would enjoy the game. And then with the tools as well. Because what was that? I forgot the game I was thinking where there were a lot of tools that you use. Oh, I enjoyed Wild Arms. So Wild Arms 1, those puzzles are crazy. And you use different tools, right, to solve for puzzles. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for Zelda game. That it's puzzles and you have the different tools that you use to solve puzzles as well. Not remaster Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is the one in the Nintendo 64, right? I've seen a lot of speedrun about it. Not about the game, but this channel called Glad Jonas that whatchamacallit, that kind of compiles speedrunning fails. So that's how I knew about Majora's Mask. Yeah, I heard it's a good game. That's why a lot of people speedrun it. It's okay, Speedy. Maybe, maybe Zelda game is not for you, right? I don't know whether Zelda game is for me either. So we'll find out if I play Breath of the Wild. Yes, that is correct, pal. Alright, so just starting with Link's. So, Link's Awakening is the one in the Game Boy Advance, is that correct? That's fair, Speedy. I enjoy watching people play certain games that I also don't see myself playing, so that's really that's valid. Don't worry about it. Ah, it's Game Boy. I know in the Switch there is the Breath of the Wild, and then there's also the Skyward Sword. Is that the one? Oh, there is. Okay. I'll try to look into it then. But of course, but first, Breath of the Wild, I don't know. I know Breath of the Wild is totally different than an OG Zelda game, because the OG Zelda game is more on um looking from the top and then the 2D 3D kind of thing. So yeah. Yeah, I think so too. It seems to be a pretty good game in my opinion. Okay, which style do we want to talk about this time? Just to spend a few minutes. I love how somebody commented on the egg video. I love that character that just goes into a floaty. That person was referring to Labelle, because when Labelle is in the magic casting position, she would float in a floaty. But yeah, you guys already know Labelle. Intelligence debuffer, and then just stacks this damage block buff. So she can stack that as how many as you can stack for her. Who else? So this is Halloween Narwhal's daughter, for everyone wondering. So she has Jelly Pumpkin, which it's a jellyfish that's dressed like a pumpkin that's cold and thunder, and then does paralyze. And then she has Chill for dex debuffing, and then this is the reason why you would pull for her. It's Trick Carnival. So Trick Carnival is small effect debuff of all attributes for 3 turns. It doesn't need to hit, so it's kind of like those skill like Horror, where you don't need to hit the enemy to do damage. It just lands on the enemy with the debuff already. And yeah, I agree with you, Tepwin, that I know you're referring to, who is that? Labelle being cute, but Narwhal's daughter is cute too. And I'm pretty sure the ability is going to be changed. Maybe tension 6, they might change that to high protect tension, because really, if you look at the Halloween style, there's not much DPS skills here. You have a single target that's C damage, you have a single target that's D damage, so where's the DPS aspect in that? So I'm thinking maybe either they would do this as an Iron Wall 6 or high protect tension. That's good then, Tepwin. Who else do we want to talk about? Cindy Campbell, I know I tackled that in the previous whatchamacallit, preview stream, where she's the best gun support there is. Tatiana, so she becomes an AoE machine. A damage, 9 BP, 0 for a single target, and then 7 for single target as well. She becomes an AoE because of this, so she has 25% chance to get BP plus 5. So kind of like Mei-Ling in a way, onsen Mei-Ling. Yeah, I want Cindy Campbell and Schuzer. It's so sad that Burva is in that banner. They need to buff Burva a lot. Burva is just too outdated when he got released. Who else? Kumi from Scarlet Grace. Pell, here's your homie. So, yeah, your homie. So I think your idea is correct to work around ability number 2, so that he can build up the heat up, but because of the poison, that you would bring someone like Key rather, and I forgot who was that you're planning, but yeah, to cure the poison. And I'm not gonna explain why it's heat up and poison, so it's for you guys to find out. It's something to do with story, that's why. What else? Music Festival Wagnas. So he is a petrify specialist. So all of his attacks has a passive of large chance to inflict petrify. So large chance is 37%. And then this is kind of looks like global exclusive Mikhail. Ignition sound is single target pierce and heat, 4 hits random, and then every hit it recovers Wagner's self with HP extra small. So in a way it's kind of like quadruple pierce from Mikhail. Yeah, I know. Who else? I think we briefly talked about the free Liza we're gonna get as part of story. So you get sliding, suplex plus, and then punishing fist. UDX Will, he's okay. I don't have Ninja Will with me. That's why he can't have Fireball plus or the Urencho skill. Because those two would be good inherit for this style. So that's why I got limited AoE because, you know, LP cost with this AoE skill. Then everything else is single target. Vampire Lady, I I took the bait in JP because of Domafa. I needed what was that? Charm for short sword to finish it. So I took the bait and pulled Vampire Lady. I know, the art is so cute. Look at that. And then what else? This is free Raphael. A lot of you, I don't know if I shared this already. So what was that, Pel? We were talking about Shimmering Slash. Oh no, not you, Azural. So we were talking about Shimmering Slash, and then it's gonna have an amplification in the future. So it becomes an SSS damage, SSS 3S, and then 12 BP. So I think what's throwing off people is why is it 12 BP for SSS damage? But because it's fast, that's why. And it's a row damage. Background animation has been since the start of the game. Like A style of Tatiana would have that. Is A style Tatiana is like one of the first for whatchamacallit. Where is it? Yeah, one of the first A style to have background. So yeah. See? It's like those little shiny dots that make it look like the image is moving, but really it's just the sparkles. Okay, Tepwen, you were asking about Anya. So Anya, hold on. Where are you, Anya? So Anya is the best character you can ever bring in a farming situation. Because all of her abilities are screaming BP. So first ability is Mass Power Charge 1. It's at battle start, everybody gets BP plus 1. So everybody gets BP plus 1 extra at the start of the battle. So say Matriarch 4, she starts with BP 12. But with Anya in the party, she starts with BP plus BP 13 instead. And then ability number 2, every round start, she would give everyone BP plus 1. So that would take effect the next turn or the next round. And then would buff everyone with all attribute with medium effect. So in a way, it kind of buffs everybody before them actually attacking. And then I think Pel, you explained to me how this is pronounced. It's Etoile Dua? Something? It's Etoile. The spelling, if I pronounce the spelling exactly as it is, it's Etoile Dior or something like that, right? I forgot. We were talking about it before. It's something like this. So that's why the first one is Etoile. I don't know how to pronounce the second one properly. Oh, okay. So kind of like that expensive bag, Etoile Dior. Silsey, I know you're French, so I'm sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation. I don't mean to make fun of it. Yeah, it is a French word. So yeah, other than a lot of BP stuff that Anya gives for farming, so this is the good thing that she can do for hard content where she clears the buff of the enemy. So the first line, it says, after attacking, when the attack hits, it applies attack stands down small effect for 1 turn, and then when the attack hits, it cleanses the attribute buffs from the enemy. So all status. And yeah, she makes a gold star and then kind of shoots it like an arrow. And then this one is AoE and AoE. So that's why she's a farmer machine. She opens up so much opportunity for other characters to use. And with AoE and AoE, she's good in farming as well. So she's like almost close to SSS, if not SS+. Okay, last one before we end the stream. Let's see who still is interesting. I don't have much interesting characters to share anymore. I guess the RSMS for Claudia. So this one becomes a really strong DPS, but again, just a DPS, very squishy. The first skill, so basically you spam Claudia's first skill to keep buffing Dex small effect, and then after that, once you charge up BP, you either do a column for 10 BP for SSS damage or 16 BP AoE SS damage. And then Claudia has tension 7, so tension 7 is 40% attack. And then every turn start, she gets a moral up medium effect for 1 turn. And then dex buff as well, so it kinda gets equated to roughly 45 to 50% passive attack, so pretty strong. And then the damage variance for bow too is pretty good. Speedy SS plus right now would be whatchamacallit? Minstrel. This one. Where are you? Actually, no, not Minstrel. This one, Matcha. Because Matcha is just pretty good in both hard content, but you would need to have the UDX style for inherit either Tower or Rock Sting, because once you have that, she just has everything. So she is SS plus. That's, I would say, the middle part. Still not as close to SSS. I kind of backed out with Minstrel this one, because I would give this one a 9 with whatever the kit is right now for hard content, and then a 10 with the single target heal from the New Year style, because it's just perfect with all the healings that you need and some minor BP battery right here. And then for farming, he would be a 4 or a 5, and then no, actually a 5, because he at least has an AoE, even though it's one shot. But you would need UDX to make um the farming to go up at least 1 point with either Earth Pulse or I forgot the skill number 3 for UDX. But yeah, that would push Minstrel to SS plus, but kind of on the lower side. Because really, this one is more for hard content. And then so does Masked Dad. So Masked Dad, he doesn't have much farming capability, but he's really good in hard content. It's just that it's very limited in a way that you are forced to wait for overdrive, I would say. So I can't really give him a perfect score for hard content. So I think a 9 would be fair for him, and that's with Great Adventure Inherit. For farming, if you have again the other style for Submachine Gun Inherit, and then he has some row attack here as well, so he would have some kind of farming capability for 2-rounders. So that's at least a 5 or a 6 for me. So that's a 15. I think that equates to an SS. Let me check. Oh, I'm gonna change scene so I can't check my point system. But I think that's SS, more towards SS plus. But yeah, it's gonna be reprinted, Speedy. When they release Chinese New Year Matcha, UDX Matcha got reprinted with, I forgot who is the other UDX character. There were 3 in there from what I remember. So definitely, Matcha is a pretty popular character, so I'm not surprised that they're gonna yes, Arakes, thank you, Tepwen. I'm not surprised that Matcha is not going to be reprinted. But yeah, thank you so much. This is where I think where I'm gonna end the stream. We have a good almost 3 hours of stream that we just geeked out and talked random stuff. It was a lot of fun, to be honest. Just talking not just SaGa games, but anything and everything under the sun. So yes, feel free to open up whatever topic, and then we'll kind of talk about that. And yes, like I said earlier, always appreciate all of you for making streaming possible. I do this because I love doing it and I have fun doing it, and it's actually one of the things that help me de-stress in a way. So I'm extremely thankful for all of you. I know I've said that in every end of the stream, but that's really what I feel with everyone. So thank you. I appreciate all of you. The point earlier, I just enjoy listening. Yeah, me too, Tepwen. I agree with you in that, especially if I'm doing something like creating a video or trying to focus on something. I need to listen to somebody talking. Oh, thank you, Silsey. I just let me know if I butcher any words, Silsey, in French. I would love to learn how to pronounce stuff properly. But yes, again, thank you, and I should be able to have some Mario Kart stream up pretty soon now that I'm gonna get the Nintendo online service again, and then I'll just jump in and go back to finishing Octopath Traveler so that I can move on to a different game. Probably not Pokemon, but maybe something else like, say, Dragon Quest 11. Yes, I saw some good reviews about it, and I would love to play it. Oh, no problem. Thank you so much, Pel. I know it's early morning your time, so good morning. And to you too, Tepwen. I know it's early morning as well. So Yes, thank you for joining in. Dragon Quest Builders? No, I haven't played Dragon Quest Builders. I don't know whether I wanna play that. I saw this YouTuber beat 'em ups. He would always recommend a Dragon Quest Builder, so I might consider that, if anything. You're saying goodbye to my viewers too? That's why you're here, Bowie? Come here. Come say goodbye to my viewers. She's just like looking at me and then laying down. Alright, thank you everyone. I'm not gonna hold everyone for long. Thank you again and see you in the next stream. Orado signing off. Have a good evening. Have a good rest of your day. Okay. Thank you, pal. Have a good evening.